Okay, so here's our information from the circle. We have an endpoint of the diameter at -5, 5, endpoint at 4, 5, and that would mean our center of the circle would be at the midpoint of this line. Now you can find the midpoint of the line by adding together the x values and dividing by 2 and then doing the same thing with the y values. Now we kind of know based logically that the y value must be at 5 because they're both at 5, but if we do -5 plus 4, we're going to get -1. So -1 over 2 is our x value, -5 plus 4 divided by 2. For our y, 5 plus 5, 10 divided by 2, that's still 5. Like we were saying, that must be our y value just logically because it all takes place along that line. So this is going to be our h and our k for the equation of the circle. So when we write x minus h, it will actually be x plus, because this is already negative, so we'll be subtracting a negative. So we'll end up with x plus 1/2 squared plus y minus k, and k is in fact positive, so we keep that subtraction sign here, squared. Now it equals r squared, which I know is what you were talking about having difficulty with. So we want to see how long this line is just to the radius, to the center. So the distance from this point to the center point, which again what we said this would be, is the distance between -5 and -1/2, which would be about 4.5. Now traditionally we don't want decimals, and I presume your online program doesn't want that either. So what we are going to do is write this as a fraction, which would be 9 over 2. Now since the equation is equal to r squared, we need to square this number. 9 squared, 2 squared. 9 squared, of course, being 81, and then 2 squared being 4. So this is what the equation would be equal to, as it is the r squared value with our radius being 9 over 2. So you should have this, x plus 1/2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals, and I'm running out of page room here, but 81 over 4. If you have any other problems with it, or if it's not saying that's the right answer, if something else is going on, let me know and I'll figure out what else we can do here.